Hey guys, I'm Amanda and I'm your host for Yoga Business Bootcamp. And I'm so excited that you're here today because we have a really, I don't know if I want to say controversial, but a not popular topic to talk about. We're talking about selling yourself because as yoga teachers, we're consistently selling ourselves for money. We're selling time for money. And it's really important to talk about best practices of selling yourself, how to do it, how to get over this idea of selling being gross. So, we're going to quickly talk about that today. And I'm going to start with just kind of a clearing. I want you to get this idea of you being a gross salesman out of your head. We are not a car dealership that is trying to negotiate on price and rip people off and get people into contracts that are going to get them debt, et cetera, et cetera. That's not what we're about. And that's not what sales is about. Sales has become this really icky word along with business. And I don't think it's necessarily accurate to what it actually is. We are selling constantly. People are selling constantly. I worked at Lululemon for 2 years and I was a quote unquote educator, essentially a fancy term for a sales associate. Sure, I felt better because I was an educator and not a sales associate, but essentially I was selling clothing. What the brand does though is they teach you that you're educating people on products. So it's not like, oh, we're trying to make a quick buck here on you. It's like, I want you to feel the best in your sports bra. So let's take that and apply it to our yoga teaching. So as a yoga teacher, you're not just trying to make a quick buck, or at least I hope you're not just trying to make a quick buck. You shouldn't, if you got into the yoga industry to make a quick buck, I'd just like get out of the industry because that is not how it works at all. Most likely, though, you're here, you've made it this far into Yoga Business Bootcamp because you care about people. You care about how people feel in their bodies. You want people to feel amazing. That's why you teach yoga. Okay, so now that we've got that settled, can you sell that? Why can't you sell it? Let's package it up and sell it in a nice little bundle and make yourself some money while you're doing something that you love that benefits people. So, selling yourself. You are not selling yourself in a way that's gross and provocative and possibly illegal. You're selling your offerings as a yoga teacher. But the thing that you need to keep in mind is that people get really attached to your specific offerings. So you are the reason that a lot of people will come to a yoga studio. So obviously there's things that get them in the door to begin with that may or may not be you, but if they've never met you before, it's not you. So then they come to your class and they're like, damn, I really like this teacher. Something that you're saying is resonating with them. They're picking up what you're putting down and they're coming back for more. Now they're coming because you're teaching. Essentially, they're coming for your services. And so at that point, you can really sell yourself. This is your opportunity to get people into your sales funnel. And we're going to talk about sales funnels a little bit later on because I think at this point it's a little bit too early because we're still building up our business. We're still deciding on our offerings. But at this point, you're selling yourself to the students. Okay, so a really, really great place to start with this is talking a little bit about selling yourself to studio owners. We're going to talk more about getting a job in a different section, yoga teaching job in a different section. So we won't focus on the intricacies of actually getting your job, but we're talking about selling yourself. So when you think of selling yourself, you're selling your offerings, you're selling your brand as a yoga teacher. So what is my brand? So Amanda Kingsmith as a yoga teacher, I usually teach vinyasa flow. So I like to do fun, fluid flows. I'm one of those teachers who has to have everything connect. I like to teach to music, although I'm fine without music. And I sell myself based on that. I'm going to give people a mindful yet challenging class. There's going to be stretching at the end, always a long shavasana. It's going to be really about getting into your head through your body. So I'm going to keep you moving the whole time so that you get out of this cycle of tearing yourself apart. That's what I offer as a teacher. So when I sell that, I need to package that up into a nice little package and sell that to a yoga studio. I need to sell that to my students. And it's not about being gross and sneaky. I'm not trying to package something and sell something I don't offer. It's just thinking about, as a yoga teacher, what are your offerings? What do you do that's unique to other people? What do you have to offer that other teachers don't have? So a lot of teachers would do more of like a slow flow. I don't teach slow flow very well. So if a yoga studio owner was like, "Oh, can you teach this slow flow class?" Of- Sure, yeah, I can. It's not really where I can showcase my best skills, but yeah, of course I can give it a try. Or, maybe another teacher would be better equipped for that. Obviously, your decision at that point based on your situation. I think as a new teacher, it's really important to say yes to everything, to figure out what you prefer to teach, where your niche lies, all of that sort of thing. We'll chat about that a bit later. But basically, in this conversation, I want to break down the fact that selling yourself isn't gross. You're not standing on a corner being like, "Hey, yo, look at what I'm offering." It's like, "Hey, come to my classes. This is what you're going to get out of it." Like, I'm passionate about you feeling good in your body. So, come check it out and that sort of thing. So, that's all for now. If you have any questions, contact me at info@mbomyoga.com. You can check out everything having to do with Yoga Business Bootcamp at mbomyoga.com/yoga business bootcamp. And I'll see you in the next section.